boys and girls. Today's learning target is I can use equal-sized squares to measure the area of a shape. This is adding on to the other area work we did, and now we're going to use another tool. I'll show you the new online tool in just a minute. This one has a place where you can build shapes and practice to make them match other problems or try different things out. And it also has a game mode. We're going to come back to the game mode a couple times this year because as the year goes on, you'll be doing more and more with area and eventually also with perimeter. But you don't need to dig into all of that yet. Right now we're just talking about area. And so we're just going to do level 1 of the game. So let's take a look and then we can get started. Okay, here we are in the Area Builder tool. As you can see, there's two parts. There's the exploring part and the game. Let's first do the exploring part. This is a place where you can go to use the area tool to help you solve any kind of problem. Up here at the top, it will tell you the area of the shape you make and the perimeter also. Don't worry about perimeter yet. We'll learn about that later. The minus sign hides it. The plus sign expands it. So you could hide it, do a shape, guess what the area is, and then expand it to check if you were right. Down here, you can turn the grid off or on, and you can put labels. For example, this shape has the perimeter labeled, or the length of the sides. We will use that more later in the year. For now, let's leave this one checked off. As you saw, here are the squares. I'm going to build a rectangular array. I'll do one that's 2 squares tall and 3 squares long. You can see if I put those numbers back on, it's 2 tall and 3 long. This shape has an area of 6. I can tell that by looking up here at the 6, but I can also tell by counting how many squares filled up my shape. Remember, the squares have to be matched up along the edges with no gaps. For example, oh, do you see it won't even let me do it? I can't put a square right here because it wouldn't be part of the shape. It has to match with the one next to it and have no gaps. The erase button gets rid of everything that I've just done. You can do this slider right here to get 2 boards. The cool thing about this is you can compare 2 different shapes with the same area. So our last shape looked like this, and it had an area of 6. 4, 5, 6. Over here, I'm going to try and do another shape with an area of 6, but maybe, let's see, I could do a long skinny one like this. 4, 5, 6. Now it should have the same area in each box. 6 and 6. You can even get weird with it, like put some of these in the middle. This shape still has an area of 6, just like that one, even though it's a weird shape. That's because we used 6 squares to fill in the space. This button resets everything and takes you back to the beginning. Now let's talk about game mode. When you click the game mode, it takes you to this screen. This one will get quite complicated. By the end of the school year, you'll be able to do all of the levels. But for today's assignment, I just want you to work in level 1. Don't worry about the other levels because they start getting into stuff we haven't learned yet. So let's go into level 1. Your goal is to build a shape with area 15. So you pull up different numbers of squares. This one has 4, this one has 2. So right now, what area do I have on there? If you said 6, you're correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got a ways to go to get to 15. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I feel pretty confident that this shape has the area 15. Let's check. Hey, we got it right. There's a smiley face and a happy little chime. I'm going to skip a couple of these to show you how the later levels look. Sorry, not the later levels, the later parts of level 1. This is the kind of problem you'll see toward the end of level 1. This time they gave you a shape, but it's your job to figure out the area by filling it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you would keep adding squares until it was filled in. Then you type your area using the keypad. It does not have an area of 89. I was just doing an example. Maybe 20? Who knows? This is the delete button. And when you're happy with it, click the check button to move on. Once more, remember, we're not doing levels 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 today. Just work on level 1 to introduce yourself and practice area. You can do as much of the Explore section as you want, but stay in level 1 in the game mode. That's all for now. See you in the next video.